My name is Michael Young, and I'm a lawyer who handles contested estates. One of the common issues that I see of misunderstanding from potential clients who call me is a lack of understanding of what are probate assets versus non-probate assets. And the reason that is very important is that people will call me and say, Mr. Young, I want to contest a will. And we'll discuss, the will contest issues, the grounds for contesting a will. And I'll always ask, okay, what are the assets? Often I'll hear, well, he had $2 million in a brokerage account, or there was $500,000 in CDs, or they had $200,000 in a checking account. And I'll have to explain to them that generally, not always, but generally, those accounts don't pass through probate. And the reason is they generally have beneficiary designations or survivorship designations. They're much like life insurance policies. And they'll say, yeah, but Mr. Young, the will says the accounts go to this person. Well, that's only going to matter if there's no beneficiary designations. And generally, there will be beneficiary designations on a brokerage account, often on a certificate of deposit, or with even a checking account with survivorship. Once again, not always, but usually. And that's why the focus in a will contest is often on the real property, the house, the land, things like that, things that pass through a deed. So that's why it's very important. You'll hear me ask very detailed questions about the assets, and you can't just assume that just because somebody maybe didn't really own much land but had $5 million in a brokerage account, you can't just assume that that's going to be an issue in a will contest or be a good reason to have an estate dispute. Because if the account passes outside of an estate, maybe you'll have a contest over the beneficiary designation, and I do handle plenty of those cases, but you won't really have a will contest. If you do have a contested estate or a beneficiary designation contest issue, feel free to give me a call.